Nathan, Tuesday night's draw away at Derby meant that we went unbeaten in September. We're inside the top 10 in the Championship. Could and should have more points on the board. Plenty of reasons to be positive in the opening 2 months of the season.
Yeah, look, we first and foremost we had to adapt to the level and make sure that everyone was getting sort of used to that, and for us to be competing at a very good level. That was what we wanted to do immediately. I think we saw that in the first two games, that we were at the level. Then we played a home game that we probably should have won, but didn't. So look, it was a good learning curve in the early weeks. For one, we are good enough to play at the level. We always believed, I always knew that. Two, we have to reiterate that we have to keep doing the things that we were good at. You got to do the basics well, because if you don't, something like the goal at Leicester happens in the Championship, because there's some very, very good players and very good teams. And then we've kind of rubber stamped that now in September, that look, this is the level we're at, and we're very pleased with that.
And the fans, home and away, have got on board and are enjoying life in the Championship. And if you were to ask most of them, I think they'd all say that when we came into the Championship, all they really wanted, I suppose, would be for us to be competitive at this level. And I think, would you agree? I think that certainly they would, that we certainly have been.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we knew we would be. I know the level very well. I've spent majority of my career, a managerial career and coaching career in the Championship. So I knew we would be. But it's not all right. Fine now. It's a constant thing. It's a constant evolution process. A constant test for you, because there are different tests week in, week out. Big stadiums, big teams, excellent players, well coached, well managed, tactically very good. And it's a constant test. So look, we're delighted that we're here, because it means that we were able to step up a level. But look, I'm delighted with the progress we're making. But again, we're nowhere near where we want to end up.
You said after the game that you were a little disappointed we got penned in during periods of that second half. Can that be attributed to the fact that we had 2 games in quick succession at now what is a much more physical and skillful level than we've been used to?
Maybe. That'll be a contributing factor with the travelling and everything. But more than often, I think we kept the ball well enough second half. We didn't impose ourselves on them. When we brought the game changers on, we weren't able to implement enough of our play. And albeit when they scored, we then finished stronger. So look, there's certain disappointments, but look, Derby are a decent side. They're well managed. They've got good players, spent a lot of money. So to go away and to put in an excellent first half performance and then a second half performance that we can definitely work on, but having chances to have nicked it late on, good chances as well. Look, yeah, there's an element of disappointment, but an element of realism that we are playing at a very good level.
It's great to see Luke Berry back in the squad on Tuesday. Obviously, Matty Godden's still to come back, and now Josh Edwards with his injury. You mentioned after the game that it could be a while. Is there any further updates on Josh and Matty?
No, look, he's seen a specialist today, so we thought the specialist yesterday, but seen a specialist today in terms of the timescales and so on. So, but it's not a short one. It's not going to be weeks. It's going to be a little bit longer than weeks, and that's disappointing, because he's been in wonderful form, and he's taken to the level like a duck to water, and been excellent, and is will get better as well.
I know Hernandez joined us recently. He's going to be in contention soon as well.
He's in contention now. He was in contention on Tuesday night. To be fair, he was touch and go whether we included him, but yeah, he's had, and again, another 2 days training, another a bit more integration with us as well. So look, he's ready to go.
It'll be 2 tough games on the road as we travel to Preston on Saturday. They're a point above us, unbeaten in the league at home so far. Good number of draws though, which is a factor for them last season too. It shows the level that we have to be at to get a result there.
Oh yeah, I mean, Preston's always a difficult game to go to. I've had some real battles at Preston. Last year we went there ironically and played very, very well, and probably should have got more from the game. But again, that was a learning curve for us. We made errors and didn't mark well at the corner, and that cost us, because overall the performance was outstanding. It was excellent considering we were a league below. So that was a taster for what's to come. I mean, they're again signed well, a really well coached, well drilled team, have threats. So it's going to be the toughest. And as I said, they're in very good form, especially at home.
Cheers. Good luck.
Cheers.